Hey guys, my name is Seniac and welcome back to another City Skylines 2 experimental video where today we're back playing around with the mods. Now, if it's anything like the last time I played with the mods, someone take them away from me right now because one, I don't know what I'm doing, and two, I can't be trusted, guys. I literally cannot be trusted right now. But today, we're going to be checking out which is now called the Infinite Demand mod, which we kind of most known it to be the Super Demand mod in City Skylines 1, which basically gives you infinite demand. The demand does not stop. And I've had the brilliant brainwave to flatten a huge piece of area, build the world's biggest grid, drop down the highest density zoning, and just see what happens. How quickly does the game simulate it? How many buildings can we build all at one time? And truly is it the infinite demand that it advertises to be? And will I have just a huge square of skyscrapers? I don't know, boys. This sounds ridiculous, but I'm here for it. I am here for it. So what I've done is I've started by buying this huge area here. We're going to flatten out this little section because it seems to be, you know, there's less built up, less stuff in the way. And I'm going to literally zone the world's biggest grid. Yeah, just like that. So as I get the terraforming going, boys, if you are enjoying these little kind of City Skylines experimental videos, then please make sure you smash that like button down below. I don't know what I'm doing anymore. I've lost all hope, and I feel like these experiments are going to get crazier and crazier and crazier. Oh, apparently there's a shipping lane there as well. Let me just delete that. Sorry, no ships allowed. And there's a tornado, of course there is. This is a Zodiac video. So if I now flatten all this out, it's all flattened as much as I can. Let's get rid of the sandiness. And what's going on here? Why you know? There we go. I'm about to say, why you know sand? And I think there's a few additional buildings here and there that are kind of slightly in the way. So you get out the way for me. And there we go. So like I said, boys, enjoying these? Smash that like button down below. Subscribe if you are new so you get notified when more of these weird experimental videos do come out. So, we're going to zone it, and I'm going to experience some traffic, so I'm going to kind of preempt it and build a grid with 4-lane roads. Now, I'm fully expecting... Oh, is that as far as I can go? Okay, so I'm fully expecting there to be something in the way to stop me. I didn't realise there's a limit to a grid. Okay, that's new, even for me. So that's as big as I can go with the grid. That's still ridiculous. That's still ridiculous. So let me see if I can then continue it. Now, normally, they don't like it when you kind of build off themselves. But I think we might get away with it here. Boom. And when the game catches up, there we go. So, I have this huge grid. It's all from 4-lane roads. And, oh, dearie me. This could look like a monstrosity. So, I do have to connect it up. I do have to implement water. I've got to do all the stuff that makes a city function. I've also somehow managed to sync the highway here as well, which is not good, but I think they're okay. Right, let's get all the needs now in. So, what I'll do is I'll build a road coming off here, and this will lead down, once it snaps, to the water's edge. And on this, we'll implement a large... Now, how big do we go? Do we go gas? I mean, I could also import and export the goods from outside the region. So there's also that. There's also that, boys. That can kind of save me a few pennies right now. So I'm going to go this way with all of this. And we'll import and export power and water. Makes life a little bit easier for us. So get these underground. We're going to select you, and we're going to run this directly out. Very good. And now we need to do the same for the power, but the power is a little bit different because you have to utilize it on transformers. I think I will get a power station down. We'll do like a solar farm. Or do I go nuclear? Nuclear's going to need... Actually, we'll go nuclear. Why not? Why not, boys? We go... Bring in the nukes! Bring in the nukes! So if I then place this underground and then bring this all the way to here, Right, there we go. I think the bare minimum is now done. That's functional. We're good to go. Oh, no, we've done water and sewage. It's just garbage, but we can kind of hold out for that. So I think then we're pretty much ready to place down a bunch of zoning. Now, if this really is the infinite demand mod that I have installed, then it's going to be infinite demand. I don't know if it goes down, if it stays up, or if it goes down, it shoots back up. I don't know. But let's find out. So, high density housing. Let's see. Let's kind of start it with doing a beautiful little radius in the middle. So if I go like this, around, up, in, down, there we go. And it's now building. The demand is not moving. Oh dear God. This truly is infinite demand. Oh dear God. And it's all building at once as well. Yikes. Yikes. Okay. So that's the high density housing. Other tool kind of zoning is offices. They create ridiculous size stuff. So if I kind of go across the whole back here as offices, all the way down to here as well, and I might do it going down here and going up here as well. There's offices. Now the offices don't want to build. I don't know whether it's because there's a limit on how many stuff you can actually build, and once these start appearing, then that starts happening. I don't know. We'll get some commercial down as well. So we'll do some high density commercial. Now the commercial limits itself to sizes. It's not as big as you expect it to be, which is actually quite disappointing. But then again, it is commercial. You ever seen a shopping center or a store that's a skyscraper? It kind of makes a lot of sense. But nobody can move in right now. I've just realized no one can actually move in. So we're going to create chaos right now. We are going to create chaos. And I'll lead that as a connection there. Right. And is there other points that I can make? That is the only road connection I've got. I mean, I could technically come from over here, but that will cause issues. But back into play mode anyway. At least people can now start moving in. But not much of a demand is currently showing itself right now. And I don't know whether that's because people have to move in. Maybe it has to trigger stuff. I don't know. I don't know why it's not even building any of this. Let me get some industry in. It could be industry related. Maybe you got to build... Because I'm like kind of like tricking the game into thinking there's demand. So maybe you got to build actual industry to spark the office industry to grow. Who knows? Who knows? But I'm still waiting for someone to move in. Hello, guys. There's houses. Houses exist right now. So apparently there's residents here. But for some reason it doesn't want to display in my population. Oh. We 100% have people moving in. There is vehicles on the way. There is definitely vehicles on the way. Yes. Why is my population not changing? Something fishy is going on. And I don't quite know what it is. But at least people are moving in. We're seeing movement. So, do I go a little bit crazy? I could spark a little bit of low density, let's say here. And then maybe work our way back with the densities. So I go all the way down to there. Oh, I think that's the wrong one. Right. All the way down there with the low density. And then I do a bunch of row houses. Then I do medium density. And then I do the mixed housing. Going around almost. And then we do the low rent housing. Going up there. And all here. And then I just go pure skyscrapers again at the back. Right, if that is not... Whoa! Okay, this is going to be crazy. But most importantly, I have got triple up arrows. Whatever that means, I've got triple up arrows. So I feel like we need to get people moved in as quick as possible. And I can't rely on vehicle situation stuff because this is really going to like slow stuff down. I need to give them education, healthcare, policing. I've got to do it all. Oh my goodness me. So elementary school. If I drop in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, but then make each one have the bigger capacity. That gives us a capacity of, in total for elementary at the moment, 9,000. Right, high school, I'll throw over on this side. So throw you in. We'll do 1, 2, 3. So extension wings on this. There's only one extension wing, isn't there? And I'm not gonna build everything else, but we're gonna do 3 of those because that is already quite a big capacity anyway. Colleges, we'll do 1, 2. So extension wings, bam, bam. Now university, we got a multitude of different variations of university. So we'll place you in there, we'll place you in there, we'll place you in there. So extension wings are our best friend, which is the extension wing. There we go. Boom. Extension wing, boom. Extension wing, is it you? No. Extension wing, boom. Did I put the right extension wing on this? Yes. Right, we have all the schooling now in place. Right, perfect. There's lots of houses still being built, which is absolutely crazy. Look at the length of these row houses. They got some oversized gardens right now. They really do. But even though we have the demand, they technically don't want to spend it. Interesting. So with that said then, I'll utilize the buffer for more industry. Might as well throw lots of industry in. Get some jobs on the go with the 200 people that currently live here. Right, let's sort out the fire station. So, ooh, helicopter fire depot. Ooh. Right, throw you in. We'll get some big fire stations in. We'll kind of drop them around. Okay, can't do many more of that. Police in. Police headquarters. I'll do one over here as well. Healthcare wise. So we need the hospital. Bam. Well, bam. I need death care taken care of, so I might just get some cemeteries down. Bit easy, right? Cemeteries. And we do need to sort garbage out, but at the moment they can kind of slightly export it. So, lots of demand, lots of building growth. We need to increase the leisure to hopefully get some nice, sweet upgrades. So I think we'll kind of, if I can, place down some landmarks here, there, and everywhere. Boom, the wheel. Is that the London Eye? I'm not quite sure, but we'll drop it in. National Art Gallery. A little bit too big. And I am ridiculously running out of cash. The Botanical Gardens. But does that add... Is that leisure or tourism I've just added in? Leisure. Right, they've all got leisure. So they've got the ability to go upgrading crazy. My only concern is, 1, I'm going to go bankrupt super quick. And 2, you can't get people moving in that fast. Which I find crazy. I mean... Hurry up. Move in. So as we've now surpassed 1,000 residents, and the buildings are starting to become abandoned because obviously nobody's moving in, but I assume if they get deleted they just rebuild because we have obviously the demand for it. So houses are regenerative at this moment in time. I've got an airport in to hopefully bring more people in general, and I don't know if the plane is doing anything, but for some reason I am just not getting a bulk of people moving in. You would think with this super demand right now, it would just bring more and more people in. But it's just not. I mean, it might be down to the fact that they're also having to drive through water. Maybe I should do something about that. Maybe I should do something about that. Like, just kind of edge this area slightly off. And, I don't know. Maybe it was sorted out. I think I've now just created a channel river. But, yeah. Enjoy, guys. Enjoy. It's a free car wash, okay? It's a free car wash when you get here. You know, as a mayor, my #1 rule is clean vehicles at all times. But yeah, no offices have been built. The industry that we did place down has also seemed to have stopped. I think this super demand, even though visually it says we have the demand, I think it only gives us infinite demand for residential. Like, it says we've got demand for commercial and industry and offices, but it's only residential that grows when you place it down. Like, if I, for example, then put down all of this to be residential, it grows. But yet the zoning for the offices, the industry, and the commercial over here does not want to grow. Interesting, right? Oh, I've seen some buildings get destroyed. Yikes. I do need to do some maintenance stuff, don't I? Yeah, that would kind of help out. But I am spending an absolute fortune. I'm currently spending an absolute fortune. We do some road maintenance. I do have the ability to like build welfare offices and stuff like that, which I still haven't done. But you know, the whole city's now abandoned. Oh no! And I'm only getting 170 people moving in an hour. So, although this is an experiment for the super demand, and while it does give us super demand, it doesn't. Only residential grows, but at the same time, it will quickly die off because we can't get more people moving in at once. Shocking, right? There goes that plane with nobody on board. I don't think anybody's even utilised this airport yet. And we probably do need public transport as well. So one way to kind of solve that is to put down a bunch of taxis. It's like the bare minimum you can do to maximise the amount of people being able to be transferred around the city. So if I add a bunch of additional vehicle garages right now, that will give that one the ability to have 50 vehicles in use. Bam, 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 bam. But you got to make sure that you also get the call center thing on, so they can get taxis from wherever in the city. And that then should pump out a bunch of vehicles. Eventually, anyway. Eventually. So people can get taxis and get to their destinations. But the city's truly died. The city has truly and utterly died. Right, let's just keep going until we're bankrupt. But yeah, it's a weird mod, isn't it? It's a now I can see the city just going out in a big blaze right now. So why don't we just make it like oh, there's a tornado over there. Why don't we make it super interesting, right? Let's make this super interesting. If I get rid of all the zoning, right? Now obviously that'll take some time for everything to be deleted. It will take some time. You have to go abandoned and they disappear. And then just completely replace it with high-density housing. And then just slowly watch the whole city become skyscrapers. I think that's the only way that this demand is can be used. Oh, no. So I've literally just killed off all my population anyway. And I might need to get a loan just to kind of keep us going slightly. So if I borrow, la-di-da, 26 mil, boom, there we go. Keep us going for the foreseeable future. And everything is now pretty much slowly but surely disappearing. So if I now get the zoning out, and if I go right down to here and I click and drag the whole length. Are we ready for this? I'm not quite sure if we're ready for this, but this is all now high density residential. In 3, 2, 1, boom. They are now going to go on a crazy building spree. You can see it starting to happen. You can see it starting to all come together right now. And we're just going to have a city of skyscrapers. We really are just going to have a city of skyscrapers. What will come first? A city of skyscrapers or bankruptcy? Because I'm spending 356, 58, 59. It's going up. 1,000. Is that weekly or daily? Oh, no, that's hourly. Oh, no, we're going bankrupt. We're definitely going bankrupt. But it's slowly spidering out right now. It's like watching a petri dish right now as the bacteria slowly grows. And we'll see how far we can take it. So that first radius of buildings is now actually built, and it looks kind of crazy. And the zone is pretty much all spread out anyway. I've noticed that it all kind of builds in one direction before building in the opposite direction. But it's slowly spreading, and this is going to look ridiculous. It's going to look like downtown. So we're not far off right now getting this all complete. A few little nooks and crannies still need to be built, but we're almost there. I'm not quite sure if you can tell right now, but it's just all these little middle lines running between the buildings parallel. that now need to be filled in. But I can tell there's a lot going on right now because I can slowly start to hear my PC fans getting louder and louder by the minute. So that's all going to slowly build in right now. You can see that they're starting to fill in the little nooks and crannies, the little gaps, all the little buildings are coming together. And while that does that then, what is it? Oh my goodness me. That's just terrifying to live in. Imagine you're like this building here and your view is this. Like building after this is your view. You're looking at your window right now and all you see is another building. Oh my goodness me. It's just skyscrapers for days, boys. Skyscrapers for days. And there we have it. No one wants to live here. Super demand, or infinite demand it is now called. I don't know what purpose we'll utilize it for, because ultimately it doesn't work as intended. Well, at least it doesn't work like in City Skylines 1, where you have the demand, you build it, and the people, they do come. They actually do arrive in their thousands. But I can't seem to get more than 200 people at a time moving in an hour. Anyway, boys, we'll leave it for here. Let me know what you think of the super demand or infinite demand mod in the comment section down below. But until next time, I'll see you all soon. So, good.